This week on Hashtag Taiwan, I'm going to be telling you about the Lunar New Year. What else? Anyway, guys, it's the year of the rat, and I want to preface this by saying my brother is a rat. Make of that what you will. Anyway, we're days away from the extended holiday, and you guys know every year Taiwan has a certain number of days off, depending on where we are in the agrarian calendar. It's always different amount of days that we get off, but one thing always stays the same, you guys, and I found the perfect Twitter picture to personify that. There's a little mouse, and he says, I don't want to work, I don't want to clean, I don't want to do anything. He's got a big head.
Sounds about right.
And it rhymes. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, we're only a few days away from the Lunar New Year holiday, but for some people, it can't come soon enough. For example, Chumi Calendar on Instagram, they shared this page from a calendar. It's marked January 16th, and it's just about a week before the holiday lets out. And it says, please set me free. I don't think I really need to kind of explain that one. But what you got to realize is that we have around 7 days off, which is pretty generous.
Pretty good.
One Twitter account, Winkler Partners, they actually kind of looked into how many countries observed the Lunar New Year in Asia, and they found that Taiwan, Vietnam, and China, they give 7 days off for the Lunar New Year this year.
Nice.
Hong Kong gives 4 days. South Korea, Macau, and Malaysia give only 3 days off. And get this, Singapore, you only get 2 days off.
Wow.
Why do you even bother having a holiday?
They work too hard.
Isn't it a weekend this year too?
It is a weekend.
That doesn't count.
And 26th, that doesn't even count. They're just like, here, have these days off. And it's just like, I already get these days off any day. It's like, well, Happy New Year, you guys. Anyway, there are some people who, wouldn't even want to have any days off. Why? Well, Murmur on Twitter actually says, I'm mentally preparing myself for the Lunar New Year. I never liked LNY. I don't like interacting with my family. I'd rather go to work.
So that's like Thanksgiving in America. A lot of people are afraid of having
maybe they have some issues to face.
And I think I know where Murmur is coming from. It's kind of a sad sentiment, but there's something we like to call 长辈提问 in Taiwan, and that means you go back and you have relatives ask you a bunch of personal questions, and they're your family, so you have to answer them, but at the same time, this is coming from people you only see 2 or 3 times a year. But you know what, you guys? I always admire the type of adaptability that can turn something negative into something positive. Enter Phospit Taiwan, which is a fitness, health goods company. And they say, you know what? If you come across any relatives asking you personal questions, we have the perfect solution for you. Frame every answer in the way of one of our products. For example, if a relative asks you, when are you going to get married? Well, you say, you know what? I can love myself more than I can love anybody else. And then on the bottom, they just say, you know what? You can be single and happy with our foam peanut roller, which is pictured on the bottom right over there.
That's a stretch, but
that's kind of brilliant.
I like their topic.
I like it. And the next one is, here's a question I get asked a lot, is how much money do you make right now? And then they're just saying, you know what? You can say, I don't make that much. I can make enough every month to buy about 85 fitness bands. And they say, dodge your questions with finesse, with math.
Interesting. Good strategy.
Here's the last one, and I'm sure many people can relate here. If a relative just says, have you gotten fatter recently? Have you guys gotten that before?
That. Yes, I hate that.
That's terrible when people talk about your body.
That's very annoying.
Body shaming.
Insulting.
Body shaming, right?
Yeah.
Well, then Phospit has the answer for you. They just say, maybe a little bit, but I'm working on it right now. Would you like to try my Phospit Jelly Expander, which is this thing on the bottom right?
So you bring all these to the dinner table.
You bring all these. This is just a great feat of marketing right here.
I think that'd be a huge distraction too, right?
And people are like, oh, this is fun. Let's
or like, why did he bring all this fitness equipment? Like, what's going on here? I'm confused.
Well, you know what? Just to show you how well it worked, I have this huge urge to purchase a bunch of exercise equipment right now, guys. So that's all I have for Hashtag Taiwan this week. It's just a big jumble of Lunar New Year memes and fun.
I think it's great. And if you have relatives that give you tough questions, we hope that you have a very smooth and happy Lunar New Year and that you can avoid those questions.